Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here today. For those who are here for the first time, my name is Snomhlanga. I'm an immigrant nurse living and working in Germany. On today's video, I'll be sharing with you the German application letter for a nursing job, how you should write it, the tips and the mistakes that you shouldn't make. I hope this video will be very impactful on your job application stage. Okay friends, so I got a few tips for you before you even start writing this letter that you should bear in mind. So number one, use the Arial 12. This makes your letter very neat and is also standard here in Germany. Number two, make sure you write your application letter in German. No English, no Spanish, no French, but in German. Number three, keep it concise. Limit your application letter to 1 page. There is no need for you to write 3-4 pages for the why. Also, you just have to state facts. Do not write those long stories. Quality over quantity plays a very important role when you are writing an application letter. And make sure your application letter is maximal 3 to 4 paragraphs. As we'll be writing it together today, I'll be explaining to you what has to be on each paragraph. So let's go on to writing the letter. When we are writing now the letter, you have to write your address. So when you're writing your address, you have to put on your name on top. As you can see, Linda Dube. Then you put your address, and then you skip a line. Then you now come to the company address, which also just underneath. Well, some people write their own address on the right side, then the company address on the left side. I don't think that matters at all. As long as you've put the two addresses, that's very important. And then you also skip another line. Now write your location and date. Well, some people can just write that date. It's still okay. So, and then you now come and write the topic of this application letter. What are you applying for? By the way, here, this letter, you can use the same format when you're applying for a social year, for a Bundesfreiwilligendienst. You can also use it here for the nursing apprenticeship application and also for the nursing job. As we go on, I'll be highlighting to you where you can change where possible. Okay, so... And then now we come to the salutation. Who are you writing this letter to? The person. So you have to make sure that your greeting is a formal one. This is very important because you're not writing a letter to your friend. If you do not know the person, just write sehr geehrte Damen und Herren. Yeah, that's important. Very important, because you do not know whether it's a man or a woman who's going to receive your letter. But if you know who is going to receive the letter, let's say maybe on the internet side, you saw the name of the person where you have to send your application to, then you can say, sehr geehrte Frau Zimmermann. Yeah, you see. So now it changes to the name or no name. But I would say just stick to sehr geehrte Damen und Herren. Yeah. And then when we start now, you put a comma afterwards. And now we start writing our letter, the body, what has to be there. So the first part of our letter, you have to introduce yourself. Our aim here is that by the time this person finishes reading this letter, they have to know a bit about you, right? So you're just like, you're complimenting your CV. So some of the parts, you just have to hint and highlight them. So this next part, you have to mention on how you found out about the job. Where did you see it? Did you see it on an internet site, Or did someone tell you about the job? You just have to state it here, and you just a little bit, just don't write, oh, Snow told me about your job, full stop. You just try and, make it juicy. You see, like as you are seeing here on the screen, I'm sharing with you how you should write it. And then you come to the next paragraph. This is the body. This is where you have to write a bit more details. You have to highlight your relevant qualifications. Mention any specific nursing specialties such as ICU, or you worked in the pediatrics, in the geriatry. This is the part where you have to mention it. How many years experience do you have? Example, if you've got any experience with specific medical equipment or procedures that are relevant to the position that you're applying for, this is when you mention them. For example, you worked in the X-ray department, or you worked in the endoscopy. You know a lot about the trachea or cannules. You know about the trauma surgeries. The diagnostic side mostly. This is when you write it, because you might be applying just for a general job, and then the moment this person reading your application letter sees that, oh, this person worked in the MRT and we are looking for staff over there, then you've got a chance of going to work there, as you have sold yourself perfectly. Mention, even if you did a practical, let's say at that King George Memorial School for the disabled, you write it here. It's for the BFD people who haven't been nurses before. So this is where you write that I did a practical at such a place, because it becomes relevant when you are now working here. And also you can show your language skills here. Like I wrote my German language. I've got the B1 level. If you have it, you've got the A2. This is where you highlight that information. And also you have to emphasize your soft skills. Like, are you an empathic person? Are you an honest person? Are you punctual? All those things, and also the common one, that you can work under pressure. You see, this is when you mention that, not just a person who is, now you have to make it juicy so that you're attracting someone who has never met you. So this letter has to be on point, right? And then we also now skip a line and go to the next paragraph. And then now that's it. This is just it, like what you have to put on your application letter. And then the closing part, the conclusion, you have to end it on a polite way, like express your enthusiasm for the opportunity and your desire for an interview. Because this is our main aim, that you get to be invited for an interview. And then you just use like a polite closing, like here what I wrote Opa ihre Rückmeldung und eine Einladung zu meinem Vorstellungsgespräch freue ich mich. You see, now you've just simply summarized everything, that I'm hoping for a positive response and an invitation to an interview. And then you have to close it by saying mit freundlichen Grüßen. This is simple to say yours sincerely, I think, in English, yours faithfully, because you do not know this person. And then you write your full name, and then under your full name, now you will have to put your signature. This is very important, like putting the signature. It shows that you are the one who wrote it, and you're declaring that it's your own application letter. So friends, this is all about it, about the application letter. So on the screen here, I'm leaving the application letter for you so you can screenshot it and then you can apply using it. Please just try and change a few things. Don't do the copy and paste. Well, yeah, for some things like the closing, maybe there a little bit on the introduction, just change one or two things so that, it doesn't look the same. What if 50 of you apply for jobs, using the same letter and you accidentally apply at the same place? You see, it won't look nice. But here is the application letter. In one of my upcoming videos, I'll be sharing with you the places that are hiring. So yeah, I'm still trying to combine, with such things, I have to be very, very sure about what I share with people online. So I wrote the companies myself to ask whether they are hiring. So far 3 have responded. I'm waiting for at least to get 5, then in different provinces, then I can share them with you here. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I would really appreciate even your like, a comment, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.